Good morning, grand rising, whatever time you're watching this. Happy new day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Wherever you are in the world watching this, I hope and pray all is well in your neck of the woods. I'm not going to be before you long, but I do want to touch on this message of it is your Esther season. Last week, I think I said it's your winning season or it's your time, and whether you believe it or not does not negate the fact that it is. However, it will behoove you to tap into the season that you're in and get all that is meant for you in the season that you are in. Every season is necessary. The in-between stages are absolutely imperative to your development, and you may be in the season of being where you are, and it's tough because you're ready to be where you want to be, but it is imperative, it is important, it is vital, it is necessary to do many things like preparation, to work on yourself and things like that. So often we are ready, we think we're ready, but we're not really ready, and that's okay. This is coming from a premature baby. I was born 2 months early, and I was 2 pounds and 14 ounces. And so often babies are born prematurely. And like myself, I had to spend several weeks in the NICU, Neo Intensive Care Unit. And this is where babies stay to get the different things that they need to continue cooking, because they came out too soon. Now, let me bring it to a simpler, maybe something more simple to understand. For example, if you're cooking a cake, you have put all the ingredients in, you've done everything, and you know for a fact that this cake is going to come out so bomb. But let me tell you, you put the cake in the oven to cook, and the oven is hot. I know for a fact I wouldn't be trying to get put in no darn oven, but how many know we get put in the ovens of life, the heat, the fire? And a very familiar story that I enjoy is it's like the Hebrew boys, and they were thrown in the fiery furnace. And they did that because they did not compromise what they believed. They refused to bow down to anything that was against what they believed in. And we have to get to that point where no matter what, we're going to stand on our beliefs. We're going to stand on what our heart feels. We're not going to put ourselves in some situations that's going to compromise our integrity. And I did a video a few weeks back talking about what you want. We think we know what we want, but what don't you want? Because the job could pay all the money in the world. It can be, your dream job in your field. All of these check marks marked. But what don't you want? Do you really want to be in a situation that fits everything on your list, but you're not at peace? You're stressed constantly. You are you're questioning even your own values and beliefs, right? And so just to come back full circle with the cake example, the Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys being premature, all of these things are uncomfortable. When we're in a fiery season of our lives, when we're in the oven, where we're going through a metamorphosis, like the butterfly, the caterpillar. The caterpillar starts out as a caterpillar and it goes in that dark cocoon. A seed is planted into the dirt and it stays hidden in dirt, under dirt, and isolated right before it begins to push through that dirt. And so all of these things I'm saying because if you're not familiar with Esther, she was a Jew, and basically the king at the time was wanting a wife. And how they did it back then, I don't know if they still do it this way, but there was a preparation period. I believe it was 12 months that all of these women went through to get prepared to go before the king. And so Esther found favor with the king. She became his wife, but she never really told him who she was, which was a Jew. And her uncle told her, there was a person at the time that was literally like wanting to kill all the Jews, right? And so Esther's uncle told her, look, you're probably in that kingdom for such a time as this. If you don't speak up for us, we're gonna die, we're gonna perish, and you will be included. Don't think you're gonna be omitted just because you're the queen. So basically the ball's in your court. And Esther was there for such a time as this. She took the stand. She went before the king, which without being invited, which is grounds for death. You know, she was bold. She declared a 3-day fast. Her people fasted and they were saved. And the same man that, you know, wanted to kill the Jews, he ended up dying the same death he wanted. Not only him, but his children as well. So we know karma is real. You reap what you sow. But let me tell you something. I was in a situation where I was ready to leave my job. I had to take a step back because I love my job. And God has me there for this season for a reason. I'm able to minister and be a blessing to so many as they are to me. But where you are currently is necessary. Your presence is necessary. Because there's someone there, or they could be coming. If you quit today, they were starting Monday. You were there for such a time as this to minister to them, because you're going to be able to see you in them and tell them it's okay. Tell them I've been there, I've been suicidal, whatever your ministry is. Your presence is necessary. It's bigger than the job description that they post on Indeed. You are not at your job just to work a job and go home. My mentor Donna helped me a lot. She said you get lost in the service of others, you set clear boundaries, and you pray. If there is a negative person or negative situation, you know, she said she prayed all the time. Basically, if I have to be someone's karma, give me the strength to do that. So basically, if they're on a low vibration, you're on a high vibration. You don't go down to their level. You keep it. You see them at their highest self. Another way to say it is that the way they're acting is not necessarily them. It's a spirit. And if they've been this way for 30 years, there's still no excuse. But you don't address the person, you address the spirit, right? And just in closing, just understand that your time at X, Y, and Z is not in vain. Whatever season it is necessary and it's preparing you. You have to remember that as you're going through. I wish I could make through come through. You're not there to stay. And the Bible says many times it came to pass. It didn't come to stay. It came to pass. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. Be sure to click the link in my bio. I have set a goal to double my subscribers each month. So last time I checked, I had 100. I want 200 by going into July. Going into August, I want 300 at least. I rebuke the bare minimum. My boyfriend and I had a conversation, and we do date night on Fridays because right now we're in a situation where we're doing virtual date night or whatever. So it was my turn to choose, and we came up. I said, pick 3 words that mean the most to you in relationships. Pick 3 areas that we both can do better on, and then 3 areas that we're doing great on. And so my 3 words were honest communication, willingness, and I always forget the second one for some reason. Honest communication, willingness, and oh gosh, compatibility. And so this can help you. Good morning. This could help you. Good morning, Will Molly. This could help you because you have to ask yourself, are we compatible? Are we equally yoked? Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, the job, whatever. Because, and that doesn't just mean in the spirit. Well, if it starts in the spirit, it's going to go down to the other. But if you're not equally yoked in the spirit, then that's a wrap. But are you guys on the same mindset in the future? Are you compatible? You might be compatible today, but is your future self compatible with their future self? Are your goals aligned? If you're planning on going to the NBA and your person is planning on, I don't want to use the NBA. If you're planning on starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur, that's your mindset. That's the direction you're heading. Your actions show that. If this person is content sitting at home all day doing nothing, not bettering themselves, that y'all are not going the same direction. And it's just like if you're connected and you're going this way and they're going that way, it's going to be a constant pulling. Eventually, that's going to break. Okay? Anyway, compatibility, honest communication. We can't beat around the bush. You have to address the situation head on, and people will respect you for that. Okay. Honest communication does not have to come across as mean or rude, but it's just setting those clear boundaries, and people will respect you when you're up front. I work with kids, and they will not call me Ashley. They will call me Miss Ashley. It has nothing to do with me being better or whatever. But first of all, we're not on the same level. I'm not your friend. I am your teacher, your leader, and you're going to address me as such. I told them I don't repeat myself, and y'all not hard of hearing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You set those clear boundaries, and people allow you, treat you how you allow them to. Okay. And last but not least, the honest communication, compatible willingness. We have to be willing to change, not for the other person, but for ourselves. None of us are perfect. And so to act as such is ignorant, and it is stunting your growth, because you cannot move forward and moving forward and maximizing your potential if you don't think that there's anything left that you need to learn or grow in or whatever. So remember, this is your season. You're here for such a time as this. Everything you go through and are going to, God has already equipped you to do. So just hold on to those promises and those truths that you've got this. And there's literally nothing anyone can do to stop the plans God has for your life. You can delay it, but why would you? Why would you want to? So I use this example on Facebook. If you have a card come to you, it's not already activated. You have to call the number and activate your card. You can have millions in the bank, but if you don't have the source activated, you leave the card here, you don't know the PIN number, whatever, what's the point? So what's the point of having all these dreams and visions and all this faith with no works and no actions behind it? What's the point of living and you have all this potential, but you're not putting in the work to develop yourself into the best version of yourself to be successful? You know, we want to be a business owner, but we can't even manage our budget. We can't even deal with people. We have no customer service skills. We can only deal with people that don't challenge us. All this is preparing you for a greater. This song by Jacqueline Carr, Greater is Coming. If it had not been for the beating, basically she said olive has to go through 3 stages. It has to go to the shaking, the beating, and the pressing. And it goes through all of this for the oil to flow. So therefore, you might be going through the shaking, the beating, the pressing, the isolation period, every stage of a caterpillar. You might be in stages that you wish you're so ready to get out of the dirt. You're so ready to burst through that mud and bloom. But every season is necessary. Because if you come too soon, you could die. I could have died, man. Like 2 months early, that's not good. My mom had miscarriages before. But the mere fact that you're still here should be exciting enough for you to know I'm here for a purpose. And I could have been dead. Everybody didn't make it. So, again, click the link in my bio to go to my website and go ahead, check that out. It's brief. Check it out, see what I have to offer. I'm big on total wellness, mind, body, soul, spirit. We want our inside beautiful because that shines through. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with having good hair, good skin. Not good, the best hair, the best skin, the best nails. And I'm actually about to post a reel of my wellness routine. I take 2 daily vitamins and collagen and things like that, all from the lovely business that I'm a part of. And so, yeah, man, let's see what my shirt says. It says, Grace rewrote my story. Yes, it did. And I love you all. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. God bless you. Peace.